Name?
My name is Curtis Johnson.
And what is your disability?
I'm 20% service-connected disability, disabled from Iraq.
And what does that mean?
The VA has deemed me 20% disabled. I had a training accident that required reconstructive surgery of my right ankle.
And how did that affect you mentally?
It was pretty tough because I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare. After I was done with all my surgeries and everything, I went through a medical evaluation board, and they told me I'd have about 6 months to find a job, find a place to live, to come back home and everything, and I was actually given about 6 weeks. So when I came home, I was married with one child on the way, came home, had no job, had nowhere to live.
And how long have you served for?
I served for 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And how does your wife feel about you being injured?
It's a little tough now because of my background. Before I went into the military, I did construction, and when I was in the military, I was an MP. So when I came home, I couldn't do really anything that I knew how to do prior. So it was tough finding work. So it was, finances are always tough in a relationship. So that was one of the big problems.
So you guys are still together, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how does she doesn't? You guys have how many kids now?
3.
3. And how do your kids feel?
They're not really old enough to understand.
Oh, okay.
I've got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 5-month-old. So,
You guys have anything you'd like to add, or?
As far as your relationship, I don't want to be too personal, but did some of the things you went through in Iraq that caused the disability, did that affect your relationship back home?
Yeah, it does. Well, first of all, my wife loved being an Army wife, loved being the military spouse, and so with me coming home, having my surgeries, getting out of the military, changing lifestyles, changing everything, it kind of threw everything off balance. So we didn't have a steady relationship or a steady life at that point. So it was rough on her as well. Yeah.
Is everything okay now, or is everything better, or you're still in the process?
It's still a process. I still have certain issues that I need to take care of from my service that cause some conflicts, but I'm seeking out help from the VA hospital. It's great working with me and helping me out and being there for my family as well.
What were some of the things that your wife did to kind of help get you past the hard times?
Honestly, making me come in here and get seen for some of the other issues. I had my physical wounds coming back from the war, but it's the emotional and the mental wounds that are a lot harder to cope with, to deal with. I can deal and compensate for a physical disability, but it's the mental ones that that bring out the worst in you that are the hardest to deal with. And if it weren't for my wife pushing me and basically threatening to leave if I didn't get the help, then I wouldn't be here. But then consequently I wouldn't be working here either. So.
That's it.
Yeah.